Hello there, and welcome back to the Normal Podcast, where we're two normal people talking about normal things.
Yeah,
Apparently.
this is the furthest thing from normal.
I am your host, Sean, and this is my co-host, Liam.
And it's, what's up? You can't respond to me because this is a one-way podcast. I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what you just said.
Neither do I.
What did you just say? We're back in the same room again.
I'm talking about a podcast, like maybe there's some two-way podcasts, you don't know.
I don't know. Maybe you could, give some fuel support or something. I don't know.
You
I
just
don't
got
know.
Rhett and Link talking to their viewers while making the next episode of their podcast.
Yeah, but that's
That's
Yeah.
funny.
So,
This
what
episode,
have you been up to recently?
got a new computer.
Oh,
It's
that's
pretty-
right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
2020 MacBook Pro, 16 gigabytes of RAM. Overall, pretty good, but it's a MacBook, so
Yeah,
it's pretty shit.
it's a MacBook. Yeah.
However, it's got a touch bar.
Yeah, the touch bar is.
It's been very fidgety.
And I
for me.
like the
I wanna-
touch
I
bar.
want to touch it. I want to touch the touch
I
bar.
really like the touch bar.
He really likes the touch bar. He thinks about it every night before he goes to sleep.
Not that far, damn it.
Darn.
I also have what's basically a PVC pipe that I just like to hit him over the head with whenever he starts getting a bit too annoying.
That is a joke, obviously. That is a joke.
It's not. I
It-
just
it
hit him
is-
over the head with it.
It is a joke. It's a joke.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a joke.
Joke.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah. But
So I also got a new phone.
he also got a new phone, yeah.
Like a
But he has
little
not
while ago.
he hasn't opened it or set it up, and it's been how many days?
2 weeks.
I asked for days, you gave me weeks. I was not expecting
Yeah.
that. I was
Well,
not
honestly,
expecting.
you probably were expecting that. Let's be honest.
No, I was not actually. I had a discussion with you before saying that's a new phone, isn't it? It's like, yeah. I'm like, have you opened it? It's like, no.
No.
I'm like, okay, that's why I ended it. I did not think it was 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Yeah, my old one's right here. I bent it.
Yeah, he's like got a bent phone.
I do parkour and I landed on it once and it bent.
When he says parkour, wait, like you mean like trampoline parkour? That's right.
Well, I do actual parkour.
Okay, but
That's just a thing I do. It's a thing about me.
yes,
Do I really need to add more?
not really. No,
It don't.
definitely not.
I do parkour. That's that.
That's that. Yeah. Okay, boomer. But yeah, it's how much? It's pretty good. Basically, it's a good laptop.
It's fast, but the graphics card is shit, and it's honestly fucking terrible because it's Apple.
There goes the Apple sponsorship if we ever get it.
I don't dislike your computers. I dislike you.
Oh,
Actually, no. That's supposed to be the other way around.
That is personal.
I don't dislike you. I dislike your work ethic.
Ooh, okay. There goes every single computer sponsorship we're ever gonna get.
Hey, I love Windows computers. They're amazing.
What is that PC sitting in the corner doing?
It's the old PC that used to be connected up to our TV, but it's not anymore, and I'm just trying to retrofit it into working.
That is interesting. How long has it taken you to do at least none of it?
5 years?
That makes sense.
Well, I don't have any money.
That
That's
is-
why we have a sponsorship this episode.
Oh no, a sponsorship? No way.
Yeah. No. Actually, no.
I don't trust him.
Okay.
Don't trust him, I don't.
Yeah, you clearly don't. See, I'm afraid to talk about. Okay, back to what I was saying. I'm afraid to talk about anything Disney because I have no idea how far their copyright claiming goes. And how persistent.
Yes, how persistent they are. I don't know
Uh,
how. Like Disney, it's very touching.
I thought I was supposed to be the evil one.
Yeah, I'm the one holding a mini Minecraft.
Oh, you see that poster over there on the wall?
Oh,
just-
that's the thing right there.
I ditched it at it and it just got stuck in it.
Dude, that's some strength, man. Those weights you're using to take over the government. Call back. Call back to like the first episode, boys. It's
I
crazy.
don't think we've done enough episodes to make it cool back.
We don't have enough episodes to make a callback. I just wanted to make a callback because it was there, you know. So, you know, it's very tum. Really?
Yes,
You know,
absolutely.
you know how much editing I'm having to do this podcast episode?
No, just leave it all in, mate. Don't even edit. Don't even bother.
Dude,
Just-
I need to bother.
Paste in the bloody paste in the fucking sponsorship. It is an explicit podcast, for fuck's sake. I don't care about language.
I'm
Put my keys down. Oh wait, no, those are your
Those
keys.
are my keys.
Fuck you.
Jesus name? Those are my keys.
Fuck you, and how dare you say his name? He doesn't exist.
That's right, you're an atheist, I keep forgetting.
Yes, I am an atheist that goes to a Christian school. Thanks a
Interesting.
lot for that, by the way.
Hmm?
But if you don't, well, technically it's Dharma's fault. If she didn't go there, you wouldn't have gone there, and then I wouldn't have gone there.
That's a good point. But
Fuck you, Dharma. I mean, no. You're a great person, Dharma, and we should all respect you. None of you know who Dharma is, but that's Sean's sister.
Yeah, especially considering that she knows this podcast exists.
Oh.
Yeah, she is one of the people that I know closer that knows this podcast exists, but she doesn't care.
Does she watch it?
I don't think so. I hope bloody not. You know, it's just. It's very interesting, you know, how we're gonna keep this a secret for so long until someone finds out, and then we're like, oh, it exists. That's right.
But I think we take people in from school, but we make them promise not to tell anybody.
Otherwise, we will do demonetized in their sleep. Just demonetize them.
We will demonetize them. We will make it so any money they make goes to us.
Demonetized. Like,
We'll
it's just interesting, you know.
It's my demonetization gun.
That's right.
You shoot them in the head.
Your blow gun that you have
No,
for some reason.
you shoot them in the head.
Tranquilizer.
They die,
Speaking of
and you get all
tranquilizer,
their money.
Have you seen the slow-mo guys tranquilizer video?
No, but I saw the caption for it.
Oh, so interesting, man. I actually love the slow-mo guys. I'm saying that like if you guys didn't know, you guys don't know. Like
He likes the slow-mo
I love the
guys.
slow-mo guys. I've
Yeah,
watched them since 2012. I think.
They look pretty. It looks awesome. I got to admit, slow
I
motion
love
just makes
slow motion.
everything better.
I even watched I watched the 10-hour video of the Pyro glass break.
Ah.
It was it's like that, but I watched 10 hours of it. It was just on my on my monitor, and I was like, oh, something changed. That's dope, you know. Yeah, my life is quite sad. Speaking of this, we're recording this on Valentine's Day, and we're both alone.
We hate Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it reminds us gamers.
It is the one day in the year that we should remove as it discriminates against single people.
Actually, as gamers, we are. I can't do that voice with that. We are very much oppressed by society's rules.
Oh, yeah, games cause violence. Video games cause violence. Well,
I was joking.
Minecraft
about
builder
it.
spends literally days, hours, years building a giant bloody replica of some shit. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. You could probably find something like that on YouTube somewhere.
You're breathtaking. You're breathtaking. I'm sorry.
No, you're breathtaking.
That's epic.
Hello.
Yeah, it's just
I'm Batman.
Careful. We're trading on copyrighted
Oh
material.
no! What's that over there?
It's copyrighted.
It's a demonetization symbol.
Oh, God.
Ah!
Okay.
Ow! That
That hurt my ears.
That hurt my voice.
And I have earplugs in right now.
No, you don't.
I wish I did.
You have liquid earplugs as it's bloody boiling in Australia. We're literally on
Indeed,
fire.
it's very, very hot.
And yeah.
Yeah, it's been getting hot a lot, but then it gets cold and then hot very rapidly spiked. And
I say we should bring one of the twins in for the next podcast.
I mean, I don't know.
If they come over here, we bring them in, we do an episode,
We bring them in, boys.
and then we kick them on the street after wiping their memory.
I'm sorry, what?
What was that?
Oh, that's right. That thing that we have.
The memory gun.
That's right. Yeah, that's the only reason no one knows about this podcast.
When someone finds out, I wipe their memory. It's a thing I can do.
Yeah, definitely not a Rick and Morty reference. Yeah, I love their Pringles ad. That was really dope, actually.
Actually, I wasn't referring to Rick and Morty. I was referring to Gravity Falls with the memory gun.
Speaking of that, have you seen the Rick and Morty's Pringles ad?
Yes, I have. We're in a Pringles last summer.
Morty, summer, we're in a freaking Pringles ad.
Everything is Pringles.
They took us to sleep. Fucking love that.
Meme.
Dude, they literally killed that meme. We literally killed that meme format in literally 12 hours. It was so dumb. Like a short-lived meme. It was great.
Yeah.
We'll forever be missed. Meme. Glory, man.
Rick, no. I will just. I just no.
What just happened? That was great. But, yeah.
What is there really else to talk about? I
Let's
don't know.
think.
What did we discuss to talk about? Like,
Well, last episode, it can be summed up quite nice by 2B2T and uranium.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, uranium-238, my favorite isotope. See if you can guess why.
I don't want to know, but it exists, I guess.
My favorite acid is sulfur hexafluoride.
Mine is dirt.
Dirt isn't an acid.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
basically, sulfur hexafluoride, really nice and potent acid. Very useful.
It's just, I don't know.
What was that?
Why are we talking about chemistry?
Who said we were talking about chemistry?
What? Let's think of my Valentino White. No, I don't know.
How about we talk about why I hate Valentine's Day?
Oh yeah, that's right. It's because we're both single and we completely remember that we're single, and then we're
And I
really
hate
just
people. I just hate people. I have very bad social anxiety.
I love people, but
And
like
I
I
just-
have terrible social anxiety as well.
I just recently had my first day of TAFE, and the
That's
Valentine's.
a good point. How did that go?
The Valentine's Day thing kind of ruined it for me.
It
And
did.
well, you see, after getting on the train, when going to TAFE, before I get to Perth, it's bloody Perth station. It's crowded as fuck.
Oh yeah, it is.
And
It's
then,
very crowded.
however, afterward there's less people, but it's still hell for someone who has social anxiety. I don't like people.
He doesn't. He's very antisocial.
However,
I'm aware,
on-
but I don't know how he's in the same room without getting a knife and stabbing me. It's very surprising.
Because I don't have
Last-
access to knives right now.
Oh, that's
Um,
right. That's right. It's very much just no.
I am trying to build a sword at school though.
Yeah, that's not much of a surprise, honestly.
However, on the way back, it's fine until we get to Perth.
Yeah, it's
Then there's more people than I can physically fucking count.
Yeah, Perth is pretty crazy.
It's honestly pretty annoying.
It is pretty crazy, you know. It's like
Hey,
it is.
I walk
very
into
much-
TAFE with a bag. I walk out of TAFE with a girl's number. That didn't happen, but I do have her email.
you had me in the first half. I'm not gonna lie. You had me in the first half.
That didn't happen, but I do have her email. She doesn't have a phone. I'm not kidding. She literally does not have a phone.
That literally made me. I'm about to start crying, dude.
I've been waiting all day to say that.
Oh, dude. We're basically doing the Rhett and Link thing. If you don't
He's
listen, we're basically doing a thing. So if something interesting happens, we don't talk about it unless we're
Yeah.
on the podcast.
we fucking failed though since we've talked about a bunch of shit since he refused to make the podcast a few times, and that's why it's taken so long. Literally 2 weeks, and we're doing it on Valentine's Day.
Year 12 was very.
Shut
stressful.
up! I'm in year 11.
You realize how asshole you sound right now.
Yes.
Okay. But it's just the first weeks of year 12 were pretty stressful, and I was
It
in a
ain't
bit of a
that
bad
bad. You
night.
said it about year 11 as well.
Yeah, I know. It's always
He over exaggerates about everything.
I'm not. I was like, oh god, I'm overwhelmed. You know, it's just, yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, nothing really much happened exactly, other than like getting an assignment and not knowing what the hell it was. you
I've
know.
technically had 2 assignments from my TAFE course.
Yeah, from your
Speaking
test
of
scores.
which,
What do you mean? Speaking of which, what are you doing?
I'm looking at my TAFE course.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. It's.
Don't question what that was.
Everyone is questioning what that is.
Nobody questioned.
But like
So-
it's year 12 is an interesting thing. 'Cause this is my last in Australia. That is, it's year 1. Oh, no, it's kindergarten to year 12, and then you go to university.
Shit, what's my
Or
student
you go
number?
to TAFE and then you go.
Is
But
it?
you probably don't want to say that out loud. But it's yeah, it's just a private school, then high school, and then university.
Shit, that was wrong.
Because it's just they decided that for some reason. It's just very interesting. You know, are you gonna contribute anything to this?
No, I'm just trying to log into my Blackboard. That was also wrong.
People are very confused what you're talking
TAFE
about.
students, did you know your password needs to be changed every 90 days? Wow, really?
That's an interesting
Wow.
fact.
I just
Oh
add an
my
extra
God.
number to it.
That's crazy. But
That's
yeah.
all I do. I got.
What else was I gonna say?
What else are you gonna say?
What am I gonna say? Vegemite is delicious.
When he came to me today and said, "Hey, we have a sponsor." I didn't believe him, although I thought that okay, well, Raid Shadow Legends found us pretty quickly. That was my first thought. Then he said we were being sponsored by the site we're using to promote to actually make the podcast.
Well, but that
which
happens every.
then just kind of meant, oh, okay.
Yeah. It's just
So
a shout out, basically.
It ain't nothing special.
It ain't nothing special, but it's very special. If you're
Well-
listening to us, Anchor, please don't take us off your website. It's very handy, and there's multiple tips that you can use.
It is
I'm sorry.
a pretty good website.
It is pretty great.
You'll hear more about it once we do the sponsor section, which technically to you has already happened, but to us we haven't done yet.
I mean, yeah, it's just, it's crazy, you know. It's just, I know. We need to actually start bulking these things up. We need to start
We need things to talk about.
yeah.
Sean, stop watching the news.
Dude, I do that all the time anyway.
Then say something.
Oh, I don't know what to say.
Anything. Just
Most
something
of
that's
this-
happened
most
in the
of-
news recently.
Most of the stuff on the news is pretty tragic and terrible. Like coronavirus, that's a very tragic thing happening. And how Australia's on fire, that's pretty tragic. There's nothing happy at the moment in the world. It's like God decided if he existed, he just went, 2020 starts hardcore mode.
God doesn't exist.
Sorry,
You should know
the
this by
entity
now.
in the universe decided game mode hardcore.
Oh, there's no such entity. We don't know how the universe began,
Oh no, we're not going to this sort of territory.
apart from the whole
Hmm.
Big Bang Theory.
Yeah. Do you want to do this for an hour or 30 minutes?
I think we're gonna have to stop at 30 minutes. There's no way we're drawing this out to an hour. Hell,
No, we got nothing to
struggling
talk
as
about.
it is.
We got nothing to talk
Um,
about.
Our lives are pretty boring,
yeah.
so we thought we'd just make a podcast.
I mean,
If this podcast gets big enough, when Sean and I are older, we're gonna buy a camper van, a really good one,
oh my god.
and
here
just
we
go drive all around Australia in a camper van and talking about stuff that's happening.
Oh my goodness, are you serious?
That is a promise from episode 3.
What do you mean that's a promise? Don't say it's a
Or
promise.
is this episode 2?
This is episode 2 technically, but it's for
It's
us,
the third episode if you include the pilot,
Indeed.
but it's labeled episode 2.
It's called the normal pilot. So it's just a pilot, so we don't
I've-
know if it was gonna work or not. Which it did. It worked.
I
A
thought
little
of
too well.
I thought of the name for this episode.
Oh god, no, please don't say it.
RVs and sponsors.
What?
Sponsored RVs.
Sponsored and sponsored in RVs. Are you
RV and
kidding me?
RVs and sponsored.
I was thinking more RVs. Oh no, I don't know. I'll figure it out. But
On the road. That's not a song.
it is not a song, but it could be a song, and then an artist decides.
Well, technically, if that specific lyric sung that way is used in a song, fuck you, it's mine now. I said it first.
It's just I don't know, but like yeah, it's.
Tonight we're on the road.
I know you
going
play the
down
drums.
on the
Sorry, that's a
board.
very sudden change, but you play drums. But did you not used to
Yeah.
play the trumpet?
Yes, I know you used to play
I
the
used to
trumpet.
be a
I
trumpet
also,
boy.
I also used to play the trumpet.
That's
Then I
fun.
stopped because fuck this shit.
Dude, the trumpet. I want to relearn how to play the trumpet purely for fucking memes. I recently played. The amount of editing I'm about to do after this is fucking immense.
Jesus Christ, it's a block.
Dude, it is literally just a block on Audacity. It's just a block.
Aww.
Don't do it. Don't do it again. I don't want to do editing. I don't want to do editing. Lim. I'm lazy, Lim. Don't make me do editing, please. Please.
That failed. Fuck.
Yeah, it did fail. Don't worry about it. Why?
I'm just making a
Stop.
block by blowing into this.
No, don't. That's
Damn
gonna stop, dude.
If you haven't figured out by now, I've got a PVC pipe that I'm
Yeah, I know.
blowing into like a
already,
trumpet.
We've already established this. It's
And
very much established.
On Audacity, it's just making blocks.
And it's annoying me because I'm about to do so much editing.
I exist to make his life
This time I'm
terrible.
gonna make you do the editing.
Hell no.
Well then,
I can't edit for shit.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm saying. Stop, dude. But like, it's just podcasting is
it's
fun.
just-
It's fun. It's a good creative outlet. But the problem is, this sort of shit.
Yeah. And that's what makes them funny.
Funny. You
Huh.
think editing this amount of stuff is funny?
To them, yes. To you, no. To me, yes. You're the only person who doesn't find this funny. Therefore, majority rules.
That's if anyone on this podcast finds it funny.
Um,
As Sean and Liam slowly turned towards the MacBook, we realized that we are not funny.
It's not gonna stop me.
Alright, well,
I
it's
don't know
just-
why I just did that.
I don't know why you just did that. You're very impulsive.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. But, yeah. What podcast have you listened to recently?
None.
None? Really?
I make a podcast. I don't listen to them.
Are you kidding me? Is that your mindset? Is that your mindset? Is that your mindset of this?
Oh, and what's yours? I watch games. I don't play them.
Okay, that's getting a little too personal.
Yep.
That's
You see,
way too personal.
What he was supposed to do is download a mod pack while we were recording this, but instead he went, no, it's too big and it won't fit on my computer.
That's what she said.
Fuck you. But you do realize that this Audacity file is larger than that mod pack.
Yeah, this Audacity file is gonna be like a gig, but I'm gonna put it onto a Google Drive.
Just make sure you download the mod pack so we can play it eventually over the weekend.
Eventually. But we have 1 minute left of this. Yeah. So what I listen to a lot of podcasts. Basically, I listen to at least 30
Ear
at one
Biscuits.
at one time. I actually don't listen to Ear Biscuits anymore.
Really?
I actually don't. No, I
I love
actually
Rhett and Link.
I love Rhett and Link. I love them to death.
Good
They're
Mythical Morning's pretty good though.
yeah, Good Mythical Morning's really good. But like Ear Biscuits, it
I
just
like
got
some of their songs too.
oh Song Biscuits, so good. But yeah, it's just yeah. It's just you know. I got nothing else to say really. Do you have anything else to say?
I'm looking up public domain songs.
All right, we got 10 seconds.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Yeah.
We don't have a YouTube channel. Follow us.
What?
Follow us on Spotify. Okay, bye.